The question dealerships hate most. Have you ever noticed how you happen to be in a dealership and you ask one simple question? What's the out-the-door price on this? And suddenly the salesperson disappears for 20 minutes like they got abducted. Then they come back with a hand-drawn worksheet full of monthly payments, boxes, arrows, trade numbers, and nonsense, but still somehow never answering the actual question. And folks, that is not an accident. That confusion, that is where people lose thousands of dollars buying cars, because dealerships know something most buyers don't. If they can keep your attention on the payment instead of on the real out-the-door total price, they can move money around all over the deal without you noticing. And this is exactly why so many people walk out of a dealership thinking they got a great deal and then later realize they paid thousands in junk fees, overpriced add-ons, inflated financing, or hidden products rolled into the loan, and they never saw it happening. That's exactly right, because buyers keep negotiating the wrong numbers. The only number that matters when buying a car is this: what is the total out-the-door price to buy this vehicle today? Make sure you ask that. That means vehicle price, taxes, registration, any applicable document fee, every dealer add-on, everything. Get them to play all their cards, because dealers love fragmented negotiations. They want to talk about your trade, your monthly payment, your down payment, financing discounts, rebates, all separately. Why? Because they can make a bad deal look good if they do. A low monthly payment means nothing if they stretch the loan to 84 months. A great trade allowance means nothing if they inflated the vehicle price to get there. And a discounted car also means nothing if they stuffed nitrogen tires, paint protection, VIN etching, wheel locks, theft packages, service contracts right back into the deal. And that's the shell game, which often happens in the finance office. And folks, this is why dealerships hate informed buyers, because the second you force them to put everything into one written out-the-door number, the games become much harder to hide. Now here's where buyers make another huge mistake. They walk into the dealership before preparing. Big mistake. You should already know the vehicle you want, know the market value, have financing lined up on your own, know your trade value separately before ever sitting at a salesperson's desk. Because once you're physically inside that dealership, your leverage starts shrinking very fast. And never bundle everything together right away. The car price, the trade, the financing should be treated like three separate negotiations. Otherwise, dealers start moving profit around behind the scenes. Now let me show you the best line that you can use. Are you ready for this? You say, I'm ready to buy if the numbers make sense. Please send me a written out-the-door price including all fees and dealer add-ons. That's it. Pretty simple, very direct, it's professional. And here's the important part. Get it in writing, either by text or by email. You want a paper trail, because dealers tend to behave very differently when the numbers are documented. Now make sure you watch out for this. If they refuse to give you a written out-the-door quote, that tells you everything you need to know about them. Seriously, a clean dealership should have zero problems showing you the actual numbers. But shady stores, they want confusion and they're committed to it. They want emotion, they want pressure, they want exhaustion. That's why they keep checking with the manager every 15 minutes. That's not a process problem, that's a pressure tactic they're using on you. And let's talk about the biggest trap of all. The monthly payment question. The second they ask, what payment are you trying to stay around? Your alarm bell should be going off immediately, because now they're trying to structure the deal around payment manipulation instead of actual price. And that's how buyers end up buried in 72-month loans, 84-month loans, negative equity, overpriced products, and cars they can't afford. Folks, a dealership that refuses transparency before the sale usually gets even worse once you hit the finance office. That's why at the Homework Guy, our entire hassle-free car buying service is built around protecting buyers from these exact games. We help clients negotiate real out-the-door pricing, identify junk fees, avoid predatory dealer tactics, review paperwork, and stop thousands of dollars in bad products from getting buried into your car loan. And people all over the country are using the service because, honestly, most buyers are exhausted trying to fight these dealerships alone right now. If you want help from our team, it's easy to get it. Go to thehomeworkguy.com and click the big red button on the homepage for the hassle-free car buying service. We do the work so you don't have to, and you don't get played. And remember, the negotiation is not over until the paperwork matches the deal. You guys rock. God bless you all. Make sure you follow the homework guide so you don't get ripped off by corrupt dealers out there.